Hello Microsoft, we are 8th Degree Studios and we're here today to present our game, Mudan Spectacle, for the Imagine Cup. I am David Martinez and I'm the team lead.
And I'm Chen, I'm the UI designer and programmer. And our lead programmer is James Perry. He's not with us today right now.
So again, Mudan Spectacle, the whole idea is to create a retro Arkanoid Pong game. So the main theme of the game is that in the future, hacking has become commonplace and taken the form of Pong. So throughout the game, you'll be in situations where the player wants to destroy a server, which will again be represented by Arkanoid blocks, and you want to destroy it.
So how we got the name for Mudan is that in Japanese it means never ending, endless, and without permission. So instead of writing the traditional way, we kind of tweak up the wording a little bit. We wrote it as Mudan as in Mugino Dangan, which means endless bullets. And we want to kind of like tie into the philosophy of a fun game as well. So we made up this acronym, fun is universal, never ending, which stands for fun. And another reason we got the name is because partially it was a mistake, and David can explain that for you.
So what happened when we were initially coming up with the concept of the game, with again hacking being so commonplace, the idea was to call it Mundane Spectacle because it was so common and ordinary. So when I turned in the script, I actually misspelled mundane. I put Mudan, and as it turned out, Mudan has a lot of meaning to the name itself, and we wind up keeping it because of it.
So some of the inspiration of our game comes from classical scoring shooter games, such as Leiden and Space Invader and stuff like that. And then we kind of want to grab aspects from these classical games, what made them fun, into our game, and kind of twist it in a way where we can make our own game, in a sense. So here are some pictures. That's Toho 8. This is an indie game called Warning Forever. This is like an Arkanoid game as well. It's called the X-Ball. Right here.
And the core basis of our game is an Arkanoid Pong shooter, and we'll go over that later on. So again, this is a initial concept art of our game. So again, the idea is again the players against a server, which is, again will be represented in the center, and you want to destroy it. We want to add the aspect of co-opness. So we want people to play together. And as you can see, there are two paddles in the level. And again, these two people need to be cooperative,
work together
to defeat the system.
Mm-hmm. So we currently have around 12 stages total. We have 6 stages for 2-player co-op and 6 stages for 2-player versus. And here are some of the stages that you can see. There are different stages have different themes, and then there's different feel for these stages. So we're not always playing the same game. We kind of have to work around, kind of have to learn how to play with the mechanics of the stage itself. And we're also going to have a single-player story mode as well later on.
And as we have a few assets of a character. He's going to tell you when certain events happens in the game, such as scores being double, a certain hazard appearing in the level, and so on. And we hope to add that later on to our game. And going about the core paddle abilities, the paddle abilities have hit, shoot, dash, and block. So these are the core abilities that the paddle is able to do, and we'll demonstrate that in the live demo. And later on, we want to add player classes where each paddle will have different stats based on the type of class. We'll have different classes like the attacker and defender, and we hope to add that later on to our game.
So we plan to distribute our game to all these online download markets such as Google Play, Steam, Microsoft's Xbox Live, and Windows Store as well. So yeah, so these are good markets for distribution, and you're easy to access and easier to build for as well.
So again, our target customer is that our vision is having people play this during parties with one another and their friends. So we want this game to be for everybody. Also later on in our development, we want to add a feature to actually disable a few of the abilities. So if a parent wants to play with their child, they actually disable the shooting mechanic, disable the acceleration mechanic. So the two players can be on a level field.
Kind of like a handicap for the more novice players, for example.
So our initial marketing idea is to have 10 versus stages and 10 co-op competitive stages. So this is going to be our base product, and later on our idea is to add in later iterations of our game, which will be another 20 stages of it. So basically we want our game to be put out there so other people can play it and get an idea, and if they like it, we'll can add on to their game.
Kind of like a buy up or like a, what do you call that? Downloadable content, DLC?
DLC.
Yeah. So how we're going to promote a game is throughout like kind of like game conventions, anime conventions, and like throughout university clubs, and we're going to like get our game out there easily through word of mouth without spending a lot on advertisement, because that's what a lot of the concerns for when you want to advertise. So like just face-to-face advertising mostly. So we'll also go to like game developer meets and like kind of give feedback through game developers and see what we can improve on, what we can do to better our game as well. And on top of that, we have a Facebook page and a Twitter account. We want to promote our game and show our progress and see what our customer potentially can want from us for better improvements and better features.
Yeah, and currently a lot of the feedback we had on our game was actually through live demos around campus.
And here's a game that's on the Android device that has like some aspect of our game. I mean, it's called Damaku Death. It's ready for everyone. It has around 50,000 to a million installs, and it's free. It's free on the market, and it runs mostly on ads. So like, there's potential for us to do something like this and just run on ads and get money from that. And there's a lot of downloads too. And then here's another game, and here are the stats. You know, so I mean, these games are simple and they're fun and they're easy. They're on the market. You know.
So our main idea is that there's a market for these type of games, and based on these sales we research, we want to actually add on to that with our game. So again, now we're doing a live demo of our game, Mudan Spectacle.
And here's our opening screen.
And we're going to do the 2-player versus mode right now. And we're going to choose Project Wormhole. So again, each level has a little quirk to it. So right now it's a wormhole. So when the ball goes into the wormhole, it'll come out in a different wormhole. You gotta be careful. There's different abilities to the paddle. Here's a dash, there's a shoot, and accelerate. So if I hit the ball at a certain moment, it will accelerate the ball. There we go. Accelerate. There you go. Okay, now we're gonna.
They have a firewall, bro. You can block the ball.
Once the meter goes to a certain place, you can actually use the firewall. And there we go. I used it. Okay, now we're gonna go to our co-op competitive mode. There we go. So again, the players is playing with one another, and they're trying to destroy a server. So that's represented with the blocks. So again, we can shoot. Right now, we have it set to where you just destroy a few blocks, and we'll go to our next scene. Just for the purpose of this demo. Okay, so again, we want to add to the competitiveness, so we record high scores and then we upload it to the Azure servers. So let me record our name. And we'll continue. There we go. And it should have been uploaded to the Azure servers.
It's on the bottom.
Oh. Here we go, it's 8 Degree Studios right there. For level designs, it's pretty simple for us. So with our developers, we can actually create levels real simply with this grid background. So again, we just place the type of blocks we want in certain positions, and we can create a level that way. Later on, we want to add a feature to where anybody can create these levels just as simply as us developers themselves, so they can add on to our game.
Kind of like a map designer for the in-game. Yeah. So this is our Facebook page, facebook.com/8degreestudio, and here's our email, 8degreestudio@gmail.com. Feel free to email us if you have any questions
And feedback.
Yeah.
And thank you for your time.
Thank you for your time.